Why, hello there, everybody. My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gents. Welcome back to a brand new Advent Calendar video. And today we are going to be going through days 8 through the 14th, because of course today is the 14th of December. I do apologize again that the Advent Calendar videos were not daily this year, but hopefully next year they'll be back to being a daily thing. Nevertheless, though, I wanted to first and foremost thank you so very much for the amazing support on part number 1. We reached over 1,000, I'll say it again, 1,000 likes, which is absolutely spectacular. So thank you guys so very much for doing that. Of course, let's go on ahead and keep that trend up. Let's show the world the Blitz Army strength. So of course, hit that like button again, guys, and let's hopefully reach 1,000 likes again. So with that in mind, I do have things layered out quite well here today. You guys did point out a few things, though, that I should put this all the way back here, and it actually makes sense because it sort of looks like it's silhouetted to be right there. So that is exactly what we shall do. And then the other components you seem to be quite happy with, in terms of the fact that I had the winter sled going through this little path here, so that made sense. We have the kid just snowboarding there, so I think we are a-okay as far as all the other things are concerned. So let's get back to our calendar. Of course, if you've never opened up an Advent calendar, essentially the way that these things work is that you have days 1 through 24. And basically what you do is that you open up one of the boxes every single day, and then you arrive at a gift for that day. Once you get through all 24, of course, you arrive at Christmas Eve. So that's the idea behind it. I think it's pretty clever. I think it's quite cool. So with all of that in mind, ladies and gents, let's begin. And first and foremost, we need to find number 8. Have you guys found it already? I'm sure you have, because you guys are always good at this sort of thing. There it is. Gotcha. Number 8. Here we go. So I'm going to go on ahead and rip off the actual tag, and we're going to find out whether or not we're going to get any minifigures. Actually, let's do this, guys. Leave a prediction down in the comment section below. How many minifigs are we going to get today? So leave that down in the comment section below. Looking forward to seeing how many of you guys guess correctly. So, ba-bam. Whoa, okay. Well, we got a pretty good start, because we got, I think that's supposed to be like a grandma with some cookies, which is cool. All right. So there's our actual bag filled with the different parts. So let's go on ahead and get all the parts out. I actually think it's a pretty clever build. I really like the printing on the cookies. I don't think that's a particularly common accessory, so to speak, in the Lego universe. At least I have not seen it personally very often, so I would not know how common it really is. So from there we have the actual plate of cookies, which I think she's supposed to be able to hold on to. Like that, I guess. So that's cool. Oh, wow, we actually get an extra cookie, which is good, because we can go on ahead and munch that. Speaking of which, let me know what your favorite cookie type is. For me, I'd probably say chocolate chip, because, I mean, it's kind of a classic, but it's a classic for a reason. So there we are. We have a whole giant plate of hot, delicious, and ready cookies to go, and of course one extra spare, so you could use that for your customs or something along those lines. So with that in mind, we have another component of our Advent calendar now completed. Let me get rid of the little bag there, and let's look for number 9, and it is actually right down here at the bottom of the calendar. Whoa, could I have ripped that any worse? Probably. Could have probably just ripped the whole thing off, but yeah, that was pretty bad. Alright, so let's find out what number 9 gives us. Okay, I was gonna say Bubba Boom, but I'm not really sure what that. Oh, it's a snowblower. Okay, cool. Cool. Whoa, that's a lot of parts. Holy moly. That is probably the largest build so far. I'm actually sort of surprised by just how many parts and components there are to this thing. Really did not expect quite this many variables in this particular build, but let's go with it. Let's try to put this thing together as best as we can, and hopefully we do a good job with it. So I'm trying to also, of course, look at the actual instructions to make sure that I'm putting this thing together correctly, which is certainly, to an extent at least, easier said than done, but I am going to attempt my best to pull this off correctly and make sure that it looks exactly as it does in the picture itself, which, again, easier said than done, but I think we can do this, guys. I certainly do believe in us. So hopefully we will get a decent looking snowblower out of this whole thing. Otherwise, this is going to be, well, a big giant waste of time, because obviously I'm not going to be able to put it together properly. But I think I've got it. I'm pretty sure that this is the correct way of putting it together. I'm not going to lie, I'm not a big fan of the green here. I think they should have used a different color, maybe like red as well would have worked nicer to make it look like a proper snowblower. But I guess the addition of color is also appreciated, so we have a little bit of diversity in terms of the colors that we're getting. So in that sense, I guess it's pretty nice. So we can go on ahead and set that down here as though it already cleaned out the walkway, and we did end up with 2 extra bits, so that's always nice. A few extra Lego pieces to go in the collection. All right, so with that in mind, let's move on to day number 10, which is actually all the way in the top left corner here. So let's go on ahead and, are you serious? What are you, is this my kryptonite? I can't, dude, okay, I need to obviously go to the gym again. Holy moly, are you kidding? There we go, finally. Wow, that is really strong. Let's find out what we have. Kablam. It's another airplane. Yay. Remember my rant about the RC toys that we're getting in these advent calendars? I mean, they're decent, don't get me wrong, like they're not bad. I just really wish we would have gotten other things, like, I don't know, you could do so many other things, like even another tray of cookies, just something like, you know, there's so many different things you could do for Christmas. Why does it always have to be RC toys? I don't get it. I don't get it. There must be somebody at the Lego group who's just a massive fan of RC toys, or maybe a lot of people, and they're just always like, yep, let's do another one. It's like, well, Bob, we did it last year. Well, I don't care, we're doing another one of them. It's like, well, okay, I guess we are. So that's a bit of a bummer, I'm not gonna lie. I sort of wish we would have gotten something a wee little bit different, because again, been there, done that sort of thing, you know? So I think I'm doing this correct. Nope, I'm not. Nope, I'm not. Wait a minute. I am already missing something. That goes here. There should be, okay, this is a problem. Okay, let me put the wings together first, because then I'll eliminate a few parts, and that will make it easier for me to know what I've done wrong or right, and so on and so forth. So that will be a lot more helpful. So I have that component figured out, and I think that that goes just flat onto there. So we have that all figured out, and that actually looks pretty decent. Now the issue I'm having is, you see, it looks as though there should be another one of these, or another, oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just a 1x1 like that. Yeah, that must be it, I think. So I think that's what it was. Aha, there we go. I actually will say this one is like 100 times better than that one, the other one that we've already put together. So I am definitely impressed by that side of things, for sure. Like, they did do a pretty good job with this one. Like, look at this. This plane is way cooler looking than this one. This one's very lame in comparison to this. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe the biplane is cooler than the, I think this is supposed to be one of those planes that lands on water, so you can recreate, I guess, Jumanji or something like that, like the new trailers. All right, so a few extra pieces once again, and let's move right along to day number 11. Let's pan back up and search for number 11. Where the heck are you? There you are, right up here, next to 14, which will be the final box that we open up on today's Advent Calendar video. Of course, the next one that you'll be seeing, guys, is going to be on the 24th, which is Christmas Day, and we're going to be opening up a bunch of boxes that day, 10 to be exact. So that should be spectacular. Hopefully that will be awesome. All right, nevertheless, let's find out what day 11 brings us. It's a snowman. It's a decent looking snowman, not great. They've done better in the past, at least in my opinion they have. I feel like there were several designs. I think 2 or 3 years ago, there was a really great snowman design. I remember that I was like, wow, that's actually really cool design and engineering. But this one, not super stellar, but not the worst one I've ever seen. I don't remember what set it was. It might have been like one of the micro sets or something like that, that had like a pretty terrible, like very lazy design for a snowman. So I'm not gonna lie, this one's pretty decent. Maybe could have been made better with like a stick or something like that, and maybe a hat. That would have been really nice as well. But this one's not bad at all. So we do have the scarf, so at least it has that going on for it. All right, let's put that down there. And from there, we move along to our next day, which will be number 12. Let me move that stuff out of the way there. Sorry for making a wee little bit of a mess. But we have number 12, which is actually right up here. Wow, we almost have this entire row cleared out of the carton eggs. Yeah, the reason why I'm saying carton eggs is because if you can see the background of the actual boxes, like this year they use like, it literally feels like eggs cartons, which just looks very strange. But nevertheless, day number 12 brings us hot coffee stand. So yay. I'm actually probably going to implement some of these into my winter village, so that'll be actually kind of cool. Because I think this could go very well at like an ice rink. I mean, I'll obviously customize it a little bit further because I think it's very bare bones and kind of too minimalistic, even though I, generally speaking, do like minimalistic stuff. Like, I'm not a particularly big fan of stuff that is like super duper busy. I used to be. It's a weird thing, like how your tastes evolve over time, but I used to be like a fan of different characters, like whether it be comic book characters or anything like that, where there was just like tons of stuff going on, like vests upon vests with like multiple pouches and like all this crazy stuff going on. And then now I've kind of grown to be more like, I just want something like nice, clean, and simple. So I don't know, I guess that's how your tastes evolve over time, but maybe I'll go back to liking the more complicated designs later, who knows. Nevertheless, there we go, we have our nice little stand there. Would have been nice if we got 2 cups, because I think that would have been a really cool addition to this, just to make this feel a little bit more special, because it does feel kind of lame-o, just in terms of there really isn't much going on here. No like extra cool roof details or anything like that. Like in the past, they've done builds of these type of coffee stands where they would use the cheese wedge, I think they're called. No, not cheese wedge. Like the triangle pieces, and they would do them in multicolors, like white, red, white, red. So you kind of get like a candy cane look up top. So in comparison to those, this feels a little lazy. So I really do wish we would have gotten something a little bit more intricate than that. So I'm just going to set that on the side. And now we move on to day number 13. So day 13, where are you? Lucky 13, there it is, all the way up here. So far, only 1 minifigure, by the way, which is also somewhat concerning. Maybe we get another one this time. Yes, we do. Dude, that is awesome. I actually kind of sort of called it. Ooh, okay, this one's actually pretty awesome because we get some fantastically cool looking, what are these called? Oh my gosh, skis. Holy moly. I was going to say snowboards, and I'm like, nope, that's not 2 snowboards, I tell you. And you also get the poles that come along with them. Actually, we end up with a spare pole as well, so that is very, very, very cool. So you have, I assume maybe she's like an instructor or something like that for the actual skiing resort, or maybe she's like a security person because she has like a badge or something over there. So that's kind of an interesting tidbit. I've never seen this accessory before. Like I don't think I've ever seen the what are they called, the ski poles prior to this. I love how I'm about to attach the ski poles right up here. It's like perfect, there we go, we have completed her character, right? It's like what happened? There's something missing. Yep, my bad. So there we go. Now the character is complete. So there we are. We have the skis completed, which now makes me think that I should move this out of the way. I'll just set that aside. Again, we do get a spare pole, so that's cool. But there's our skier, and we'll place her right there as though she's going through that path that someone else has already been through. All right, guys, so it is time for the final box of the day, which will be, of course, box number 14. We have seen it before, so I know where to go right away, and that is right into this corner. We've cleared out this entire row upon opening this box. Maybe we could get another minifigure back to back. Imagine, that would be really sweet. And inside, we get another RC toy. Whoops. Oh my god, wait, where's the bag? I went for the wrong box. There it is. It's another RC toy of a boat. So yay, that's a thing that has happened again. Oh, yeah. I really should not be that disappointed, honestly. Like, it's really not that big of a deal because we've gotten RC stuff before. I just feel like when we get this same stuff every year, it becomes more and more difficult to like justify getting the calendars. I mean, like, they're super fun. And for me, it's just kind of almost like a tradition at this point. Like, it just gets me into the Christmas spirit, into the holiday spirit. And it seems like that is the case for you guys as well, which is absolutely brilliant. I love the fact that a bunch of you guys have messaged me, whether it be on Instagram or Twitter, and just told me like, dude, whenever I see these videos starting to get uploaded, I just know like, okay, it's Christmas time, which is just like the coolest compliment you could give me. So thank you guys so very much for saying that. Thank you so very much for sharing that. And also, by the way, guys, if you're doing any type of Lego builds or anything like that, if you can go on ahead and share that with me, I would really appreciate that. You can share it with on Twitter, of course, it's @Blitzwinger, or on Instagram, you could message me as well, or tag me in your posts, and I will try to do my best to react to those. We do have an extra 2 pieces of studs here, which, you know what, I think I'm going to go on ahead and actually add up here, because I think that could look somewhat cool with just a little bit of extra color, you know? Kind of looks like a Christmas tree now, but either way, there's our sea train, which I think it's supposed to be like a container train, because these are supposed to be, I think, like shipping containers, which is cool. At least they got a little bit more creative with the vehicle choices, just like that plane, which actually did turn out quite awesome. So with that in mind, there we are. That concludes the second Advent calendar video. I will catch you guys on Christmas Eve with the finale of the Advent calendars, where we are going to go on ahead and open days 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Yes, indeed, I can count from 15 all the way through to 24. Genius level status. Dab. No, don't dab. Don't dab. I literally did not dab. I'm not gonna dab. But thanks all for watching. I'll hopefully catch you guys here next time. Peace out. I'll see you all later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.